Alors, on s'était arrêté à notre entrée à Union City. C'était assez épique, à vrai dire. Continuons.
Please scan your UChip to place an order. One fresh premium spankles.
Encore.
Please scan your UChip to place an order.
Et à part du Spankles, vous mangez autre chose ou...
The droid had been designed to deliver service with a smile.
On était rentré dans ce café. Pour voir.
Excuse me.
Greetings, citizen. Have you come for another extra large fluoride orange spankles with extra foam?
I don't know if that's my sort of thing.
Incorrect. According to your order history, it is your new favorite beverage.
My order history?
Indeed, Citizen Graham. You love it.
Ouais, ça envoie pas du rêve hein, quand même. Hein.
How can I get into the VIP lounge?
The VIP lounge is reserved for those with sufficient kudos. Let me scan your UChip. Processing. Processing. Denied.
Okay. So how do I get more kudos?
There are many paths to kudos. Employment, civil awards, competitions, good deeds.
So how much kudos do I need to get in?
Let's see. You've got a lot of work to do, Citizen Graham.
Encourageant. Je sais pas si ça a une... Enfin, en plus, ça a vraiment pas l'air ouf.
What's so special about the VIP lounge?
Well, for one, it only lets in a select few.
Ouais, c'est le côté select du truc qui intéresse quoi.
Quiet.
Peace, certainly. Quiet, not at all. The music in there is even louder.
Why would they want that?
The music is scientifically engineered to be both soothing and relaxing.
Ouais, bon. Ça envoie pas du rêve quand même. Hein.
Do you know anything about missing children?
Oh my, that's above my pay grade. Unless they came to this cafe.
I doubt it. Nobody else seems to have heard anything.
Excellent. I'm glad to find myself synchronized with local knowledge. Now, may I recommend you forget your troubles with a cold, crisp can of Spankles.
Can I get a can of Spankles?
Encore.
Simply scan your UChip here on the counter, Citizen Graham.
Great. What flavors are available?
No need, Citizen Graham. Your favorite flavor will be provided from your order history. I assure you, if you are unhappy with the result, your taste buds can be recalibrated.
Tu peux pas choisir un autre goût pour goûter. On t'impose ça quoi.
What do you do here?
My name is Barry, and it is my pleasure to serve fresh, crisp, premium Spankles to the wonderful people of Union City.
Do you prepare the Spankles to order?
No, sir. That would be unforgivably inefficient. I merely have to collect the flavor from the dispensary and voila!
Any chance of a coffee?
Spankles?
No, a coffee. Cup of joe.
Toffee-flavored Spankles?
No, coffee. Coffee-flavored caffeinated coffee. Coffee.
I have no idea what you're saying right now. However, all ranges of Spankles include 250% of your recommended caffeine intake.
250% de ta dose de caféine quotidienne recommandée, c'est quand même 150% au-dessus en fait.
What do you know about the council?
The democratically elected body of Union City government, as introduced by Joey. His final gift to Union City was to transfer leadership to those most deserving.
Son dernier geste, mais Joey est mort ou pas? C'est une grande question quand même. Ils ont tous l'air de parler de lui au passé comme s'il n'existait plus.
Can I get a can of Spankles?
Just scan your U-chip here on the counter, and I'll bring one.
See you later.
You feel a thirst a-comin'? You talk to me.
The sound system projected music around the whole cafe.
Please scan your U-chip to place an order.
Ah, c'est dommage, j'aurais bien mis une autre musique d'ambiance. Ça aurait été rigolo.
Hooray! Another customer.
On aura l'occasion de revenir. Yes. Monsieur? Attends, reviens là, toi. Routine. Approchez de nouveaux lieux. Annoncer l'information. Faites de l'aspiration. Donner du média. Salutations pour la fête de l'aspiration, inspirant des sentiments de fierté et d'ambition chez les citoyens. Non merde, je voulais faire. Mais bah, je vais pas y... Je veux quitter ce scanner de mes... Merci. Avance. Maintenant, voilà. Ah, putain, mais il trace en plus, quoi. Et il trace à mort. Et reviens là.
The robot was spitting out the occasional
Ok,
motivational
on
message.
peut pas lui parler, c'est vraiment un robot haut-parleur. Ok. Ouais, je suis vraiment... Ouais. Je vois pas trop l'intérêt de changer ça. Diffuser un message de sécurité quand il s'approche d'un nouveau lieu. Bon, ça dit, on peut voir. Hein. J'applique.
Everything is fine. Please clear the area, citizen.
Now that I'd resolved my outdated U-chip problem, it was time to look deeper into my alter ego, Graham.
Parce que si je déclenche l'alarme du distributeur, je sais pas ce qu'il va dire.
Attention, citizen. You are present at the scene of an active alarm.
Did I do something wrong?
That remains to be seen. Do you have any information on the cause of the alarm?
I didn't see a thing.
Very well. Do not panic. Minus will soon relate to me the identity of the culprit. Incident logged. You may go about your business.
Ok, c'est pas lui que je voulais faire réagir, mais bon, tant pis. Bon, continuons d'explorer. Il y a quand même une statue géante de Joey.
I'd never tell him, but Joey's statue looked magnificent.
La statue du sauveur.
Everything is fine. Please clear the area, citizen.
Hey, got a minute?
For you, sir, I have all day.
You sound just like that cafe droid.
Barry?
That's the one. Are you related?
We did come off the same production line, and we do indeed have identical voice units. But I am nothing like that no-good, rusty, two-faced vending machine.
Ils ont tellement d'ego, les...
Realize droids could
et
feel
de
such
vanité,
emotion.
les...
Oh, I only have one emotion. Happiness.
What do you do here?
My name is Hollow, and it is my pleasure to serve the wonderful people of Union City on this glorious Aspiration Day.
And what are you serving?
Well, social climbers can bring their aspiration brooches to me.
And then what?
I use this machine here to customize the hologram projected on the brooch. Isn't that fun?
It's a real parade.
Ouais, j'ai pas compris à quoi il servait, mais...
What is an aspiration brooch?
A special wearable reward to Union City's esteemed social climbers. Courtesy of the council.
Yes, but what do they do?
The brooch permits entry to areas around the city, exclusive to social climbers, such as the Old History exhibit in the Museum of New History. It also tells your fellow citizens how great at gathering kudos you are.
C'est des bons points. C'est des bons points sur ta carte d'identité, quand même.
How can I get my hands on one of these brooches?
You didn't receive one in the post?
I don't think so.
That's because aspiration brooches are only delivered to social climbers. You need an awful lot more kudos to be in with a shop.
Maybe next month, eh?
Sure. Or year, perhaps.
So you change people's aspiration brooch?
Only if they ask me to.
Sure. How do you change it?
First, my customer places their aspiration brooch here in the machine slot. Then, through me, they can choose which hologram they'd like the brooch to display.
And you put it on the brooch?
Now you're getting it.
Sounds simple enough.
Oui, pas forcément très utile, mais plutôt simple.
What can you tell me about the council?
Nothing that you won't have heard already. However, if you take a look behind my stall, you can catch a great view of the Citadel,
The Citadel?
where the council are based. It can be seen through the skyline right behind me.
Have you heard anything about missing children?
Oh my, that's above my pay grade.
J'allais dire, je vais le faire pour... je vais lui demander
Taken
pour la
into the city
forme,
from
mais...
the Gap.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have had anything to do with that.
I'll see you later.
Je me doutais bien qu'il n'allait pas me servir à grand chose sur ce sujet. Très bien.
Calling all social climbers.
J'ai toujours
Customize your
mes
aspiration brooch
mes
here.
miniqués.
Calling all social climbers. Customize your aspiration brooch here.
Everything is fine. Please clear the area.
Now that I'd resolved my outdated U-chip problem, it was time to look deeper into my alter ego, Graham.
Moi, je veux bien en savoir plus sur Graham. Mais ça n'a pas l'air très grand et je pense avoir déjà fait le tour.
Everything is fine. Please clear the area, citizen.
Il est à moitié bugué. Ah, c'est vrai qu'il y a un monopode là-bas. Les gros plans sur les visages, surtout celui du robot, sont pas ouf. On voit même plus ses yeux. Oui, en fait, j'ai remarqué également des petits soucis de caméra selon là où t'es placé. Donc t'es en plein milieu de la place, ici ça va aller. Tu te retrouves en bordure d'une texture ou un truc comme ça, la caméra va se coller à la texture et ça va complètement décadrer le plan sur l'un des deux personnages, quoi. C'est... Ouais, après ça va, c'est pas non plus... pas non plus ingérable, mais c'est vrai que c'est un peu dommage. Je sais pas à quoi sert ce bâtiment. Musée de l'histoire nouvelle.
The Museum of New History is not currently open to visitors. Please come back later.
The museum wasn't open yet. I'd have to come back later.
Ok.
Now that I'd resolved my outdated U-chip problem, it was time to look deeper into my alter ego.
On y va, on y va, on y va.
Graham.
On y va.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
Chez moi, entre guillemets.
I knew Graham had some sort of connection to Milo's kidnapping. His home would be my best, in fact my only lead. Take me to Graham... my home.
Lakeview Apartments. Certainly, Citizen Graham.
The city knew a lot more about Graham than I did. As I arrived, masquerading as a dead man called Graham, I was apprehensive about what I would find. But I had no choice. I had to find the stalker. And whoever he was,
C'est risqué quand même. Hein.
Graham was my only lead.
suffit qu'il ait une femme, des gosses, enfin une femme, une famille qui apporte des enfants, un chien de garde, j'en sais rien, tu vois. Enfin, on risque quand même d'être assez mal reçu. En tout cas, les décors sont géniaux. Hein. Ça colle vraiment. Je me répète, hein, mais ça colle vraiment à l'ambiance du jeu original, malgré l'écart de 26 ans entre les deux, on s'y croirait quoi.
The seal on the floor showed my buddy Joey just as I remembered him, when I left him in charge all those years ago.
Je crois qu'on embête la personne derrière nous. Et t'es qui toi?
Hey, buddy, watch where you're standing.
What's your problem?
Your face, for one.
Mais t'as pas vu la tienne en fait.
Well, if you hadn't been staring at the floor like a moron, you'd have seen me.
Mais t'es qui toi?
I didn't catch your name.
I'm your mama.
Mais tu te crois drôle en plus quoi. Ouais, mais y a des baffes qui se perdent hein. Je veux pas être méchant mais...
Do you know where I can find Joey?
Oh, I don't know, weirdo. They say he walked into the gap, or sailed across the sea. Either way, he abandoned us all in this place.
You don't like it here?
Needs more color, wouldn't you agree?
Do you live here?
Do I look like I live here?
I'm not from around here. Maybe everyone here looks like you.
Ah, j'espère pas parce qu'elle est insupportable
Yeah,
déjà.
and what do I look like?
Trouble.
Keep walking.
J'aurais pas pu mieux résumer. Clairement oui, t'as l'air d'une galère quoi.
Do you know a guy called Graham Grundy?
Nope. Sounds like a moron.
In that case, let me introduce myself. Graham Grundy.
Doesn't surprise me.
What happened after Joey left?
Well, duh. Council runs the city now.
I'll leave you to...
Mais pourquoi elle m'agresse en fait?
Aw, really? I'll miss you.
Yes, I'm very busy.
Hey, dirtbag. What's your favorite color?
Mais...
Huh?
You heard me. What's your favorite color?
Mais pourquoi elle m'insulte à chaque fois qu'elle ouvre la bouche en fait? J'en sais rien moi. Lui faire plaisir, bleu.
Lame.
Mais t'es habillé en bleu?
You're wearing...
Mais...
Later, man purse.
Later, backpack.
Non putain, non par contre on a zéro réparti quoi.
Clearly not everyone in Union City was quite as courteous as they were happy. It was another image of Joey, just as I remembered him. Clearly he'd made his mark.
Ça m'épuise. Du coup, je sais même pas quel étage on habite, rien. Ça ressemble à un ascenseur. La musique. C'est la musique du 1 ça. Je crois que c'est la musique quand t'es à Bellevue. La musique d'ascenseur, c'est la musique de Bellevue dans le 1. Mais elle est encore là, elle.
Someone had spilt paint on the floor. The holdall was stained with paint. Looked like someone planned on doing some painting.
Commencing spray. Please stand back.
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
Depleted.
Les jours, nettoyer l'intérieur. Il fait nuit, nettoyer l'extérieur. Il se garer. D'accord. Je vais lui dire d'aller... Moi je peux inverser son ordre. J'en vois pas très l'intérêt. J'en vois pas énormément l'intérêt pour le moment, mais. Thème de lessive intégré. Wow, 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 ça fait beaucoup. Station d'accueil de Waterboy. Waterboy, je suppose que c'est le robot. Robot garé, remplir au niveau 100%, libéré. Thème de lessive intégré, activer, changer le niveau d'eau à 100%, hyper essorage. L'hyper lavage. On est dans le futur, c'est pas, tu ne laves pas ton linge, tu l'hyper laves. Changer le niveau d'eau à 0%. Autopliage, ça j'achète. Ça franchement j'achète. Autopliage du linge, si un jour quelqu'un invente un truc comme ça, il va devenir très riche. Un truc, faut pas, enfin, sans que ça vaille une fortune non plus. Si quelqu'un invente un système comme ça, économique, achetable et tout, ça existe déjà. Oui, mais je suis sûr que ça vaut une blinde. C'est ça que je veux dire. Enfin, il faut que ça soit hyper efficace, fiable, pas trop cher, accessible à tous. Et si t'arrives à inventer un truc comme ça, demain t'es milliardaire, quoi.
Water refill complete. Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Faudrait surtout pas critiquer Waterboy, hein. Mais... son efficacité laisse à désirer quand même.
Apologies, Citizen Graham. This
Oh,
is
t'es même pas
not
drôle.
resident.
Je vais rentrer chez tout le monde, moi. Fichier hologramme, carte du bâtiment. Bon, allons voir si j'ai une femme. On va être content, content de nous voir, quoi. Ah, j'habite qu'au premier, je suis déçu. Ça valait le coup de prendre l'ascenseur, quoi.
Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not
Oh, si j'ai un majordome, c'est trop bien.
Wait, I know that you, Chip. Oh my, is it really? Yes, it is. Master Graham, you have returned. How wonderful.
Oh, good day, huh?
I shall inform Madam and her guest.
Ah,
that
il y
you
a
have
vraiment une
arrived.
femme.
She will be so pleased.
Ouais, ça va être ravi,
that
oui.
won't be necessary.
She will be overjoyed that you have finally returned to the bosom of the family.
Ça risque de poser problème, je crois.
My apologies for the interruption, Madam Songbird. It's Master Graham.
What about him, Chipworth?
It appears he has arrived home, Madam.
Bienvenue à toi, Dolragmir. Merci pour le follow, bienvenue.
Ah, I was hoping to meet you, Mr. Grundy. Mentor Alonso, Ministry of Well-Being. I was just here to investigate
Elle réagit pas, elle.
irregularities.
I'm sure my Graham needs a few moments to freshen up. Why don't I show you my kudos records? I don't know who you are, but right now we're both in a lot of trouble. So for both our sakes, you'd better convince the mentor that you're
Ok.
Graham.
Yes,
Ça a pas l'air de la
of course.
perturber plus que ça.
Just don't come through that door until you know enough about Graham to pass yourself off as him.
Don't worry. You can count on me. I wasn't sure what I'd walked into. But if I was to convince anyone I was Graham, I needed to find out more about him. His job, his family, his state of mind. The mentor could ask me about
Donc lui, c'est un des mystes
information about Graham was scattered all
du
over the
conseil.
place. All I had to do was look around.
Je pensais qu'elle réagirait moins bien que ça quand même.
A shelf full of sports gear and awards from years gone by.
Le sport, photo de... Alors si c'est eux, s'il y a des photos de moi,
That
Ça
looked like Graham and his wife on their wedding day. They looked blissfully in love.
Bon, après, je sais qu'on change quand on vieillit, mais après, ça peut être plus ou moins flagrant quand même, qu'on n'est pas vraiment les mêmes personnes, quoi.
Rhythmic gymnastics, first place. Amethyst or purple glass? Either way, it looked expensive. I was hit by the acrid smell of chemicals. Giant scorpions in the sewers, real or fake? Unlikely. The tentacle monsters would have eaten them years ago.
Oui, j'allais dire, c'est plutôt des monstres à tentacules dans le premier. Hein. Il y a une époque où je pense que tu peux te refaire assez facilement la gueule. Oui, oui, certes. Oui, c'est pas faux, mais bon, quand même. Wow. Ouais. Oui, c'est vrai que c'est pertinent. C'est pas bête.
I wondered if Graham self-medicated.
Attends, je comprends pas. C'est leur chambre à eux? Parce que là, on dirait... Ça fait vachement miteux comparé au reste de l'appartement, en fait.
A printer? It was rare to see one of those. How to survive a war. Better just to not be around to see them. You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste.
Ouais, c'est des baskets, tout ce qu'il y a de plus normal, quoi. Produits chimiques.
Developing fluid in trays. I hadn't seen gear like this since I was a child.
C'est pour développer de l'argentique. Train miniature.
It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model.
Photographe, maquettiste. Tout du modélisme.
A security forces copter. I still had nightmares about those things. Twice I'd flown in them, and both times they'd crashed. I hoped I wouldn't have to risk it a third time.
C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas eu de très bonnes expériences avec des hélicos de la sécurité. Des médailles. Un militaire donc.
An impressive collection of medals, ranging from bravery to long service. Most of the medals dated back to before I was born.
Ah mais c'est peut-être... Alors non, c'est peut-être pas nous, c'est peut-être des médailles d'un parent proche, père ou mère peut-être.
A sword? The blade was cracked.
Je veux dire, ça peut être un sabre de cérémonie, parce que je sais que chez les militaires ça existe. Mais il paraît pas très orné, normalement c'est quand même plus pimpant que ça.
The box was for a deluxe hollow plinth replacement lens. There was nothing inside. I wondered if the people knew that Hobart agents had helped me save their city.
Oui, j'avoue, la guerre avec Hobart fait toujours rage alors que... quand même Hobart qui a sauvé Union City, mais... Yo.
The blind blocked out all the light from outside.
Mais... Enfin... Je me répète, mais ça... Bizarrement... Ça détonne vachement avec le reste de l'appartement en fait. C'est leur chambre, c'est vraiment bizarre. C'est étonnant. Scanner médical. Tu sais qu'il avait des problèmes de santé aussi, j'avais entendu hier soir.
After 10 years in the Gap, I'd almost forgotten what a toilet looked like. There was a boot print. Curious. So Graham was a cleaning supervisor? The logo on the uniform was quite distinct. I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Ouais, bien alors là pour le coup en plus, faut pas que, faut pas que le ministre aille aux toilettes parce que là on ressemble pas du tout à la photo. Je sais qu'on peut changer avec chirurgie, mais quand même quoi.
A box had been hidden outside the window.
Ah, mais il y a un gang qui
If
va
I could
casser les
get the
pieds.
window open, I'd be able to reach that box.
Et effectivement, il faudrait accessoirement ouvrir la fenêtre.
Welcome back, Graham. Displaying your health chart now. It has been 2 weeks since your last checkup. You have lost weight. Congratulations. It has been noted that your height has increased. Adjusting records accordingly. Scanning for medical implants. Error. Implant missing. Refreshing biomodification database. Please wait. Removing cardiac implant registration. Registering Schriebman port as new implant.
The scanner had detected my Schriebman port, which allowed me to interact with Link, the city's old network. Since then, I'd pretty much forgotten about it.
Adjusting your health rating from C to A+.
I was considerably fitter than Graham. That was good to know.
On peut parler à la machine de scan médical.
Do you have any advice for me?
A single can of Spankles contains more than your daily dietary requirements. Look for the clown. Drink Spankles. Keep a smile on your face.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
On m'encourage quand même très souvent à boire du Spankles. Pour être méchant, mais j'ai quand même l'impression que ça cache quelque chose quoi.
Give me a checkup.
Scanning. You're...
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Ça fait...
What devices do I have installed?
You possess a U-chip personal data implant in the perlicue of your right hand. It is functioning correctly. Your cardiac regulator implants have been marked as removed. You possess a Schriebman local interneural connection port in the third cervical vertebrae. This hardware predates the Minos system and cannot be accessed at this terminal.
That's probably for the best.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Do you have any...
Are you aware that falls while walking are one of the biggest causes of
Une chute en
injuries
marchant.
in Union City? Remember, no matter how short the journey, a monopod is always safer.
Ça entretient pas vraiment physiquement, hein.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
That's all for now.
Due to the alteration of your physical parameters, a new uniform has been ordered and will arrive at your home shortly. Keep a smile on your face.
I was a lot healthier than Graham. In fact, I'd say Graham was downright unhealthy. I had made some headway, but I still needed to know about Graham's work and social standing.
Oui, surtout qu'en plus son état de santé on était déjà un peu au courant.
Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath.
Un bain mensuel. Bon, je pense que j'apprendrai pas grand chose de plus. Un caféinateur 9000 quoi.
At least one person in the city appreciated a nice cup of coffee. Although I doubted Union City blend contained even an ounce of actual coffee beans. Espionage during the Hobart Wars. Nice to see the propaganda was still around.
Ouais, c'est un terminal classique. Ça ne devrait pas m'apprendre grand chose. Peut-être que je peux
I
débloquer.
couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Non.
A chart showing that Graham's kudos score had recently dropped. The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. From the color of his uniform, it was clear that Graham worked for the Ministry of Comfort. I knew quite a bit about Graham's work and health, but I figured I could learn more if I found his kudos records.
Ok, donc lui, c'est le ministère du bien-être. Et moi, je travaillais donc au ministère du Confort. Je sais pas trop, je vois pas trop le rapport. Et celui qui est dans la pièce d'à côté, c'est lui. Je suis certain.
A chart showing that Graham's kudos score had recently dropped. I wondered what had caused such a sharp decline. I had learned all I was going to from Graham's apartment. I hoped it would be enough.
Moi, de ce que j'ai compris, sa note de prestige avait baissé parce qu'il est mort en fait. Il était porté disparu, il savait pas où il était, il a pas voté sur les derniers votes publics. Il a pas parti, il était absent à son travail, etc. Il me semblerait, de ce que j'ai compris, que c'est ça qui a fait baisser ses notes. En tout cas, dans les nouvelles que j'ai lues hier, qui étaient assez longues d'ailleurs, on pouvait voir par exemple que là, il avait manqué son travail pendant 12 jours. Voilà, ceci est un avertissement poli, nous sommes d'avril de vous informer que vous avez perdu un niveau de prestige, tâchez de garder le sourire. Bon. Si jamais on me demande, je trouve une excuse sur mon absence quoi. Ah, il y a des photos accrochées.
Looked like these photos were taken by the city walls. A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger.
Après, visiblement, c'est un homme de ménage, tout dans le genre, donc je pense qu'effectivement, c'est le ministère du Confort.
The droids who stare at goats. A classic.
J'ai l'impression de voir une petite référence à Kadik avec les androïdes peuvent-ils rêver de moutons électriques. Ce serait pas la première référence.
Fairy tales, courtly romances, and art books.
C'est la porte, aucun intérêt, il y a du vin.
Union City Red. I suspected it was more fruit juice than wine.
Une lumière.
Personally, I preferred an open fire for cooking. Definitely an improvement on the food dispensers they used to have here.
Excuse me, please.
Hello there. Chipworth, wasn't it?
Master Graham. May I say, sir is looking even more fabulous than usual today.
Why, thank you.
Has Master Graham lost weight?
Maybe. Does Master Graham look like he's lost weight?
Oh, yes, sir. And it would appear sir has gained some height as well. Bravo.
Ça le fait pas tilter.
Tell me, Chipworth, who was that woman just now?
But that was sir's wife, Madame Songbird.
Yes, of course. My wife.
Is sir quite feeling himself?
It's fine. I've just been having a difficult few days.
How serendipitous that the well-being mentor is here then, is it not, sir?
Mentor du bien-être, c'est le ministère du... C'est le ministre, je pense.
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Ah, je peux lui demander de faire quelque chose.
Please, can you open the windows, Chipworth?
I am sorry, sir, but the window controls are in Madame Songbird's room. I would not wish to disturb.
Ah, donc ils ont des chambres séparées alors, c'est bien ce qui me semblait quoi.
Her meeting is apparently of the highest priority.
I see. We shouldn't disturb her then.
Indeed, sir. However, if the air temperature is a concern, might sir consider dispensing with his coat?
It is rather warm.
And pungent, sir.
Bon mais, je ne te permets pas.
Chipworth, tell me everything you know about me.
Request respectfully declined, sir.
But aren't you my butler droid?
Yes, sir. I have been sir's butler for a very long time.
Then why can't you tell me?
Standing orders, sir.
Whose orders?
You... nice try, sir. Almost had me.
Graham had made sure his droid wouldn't talk. I had to do my own investigating. Tell me about that woman.
A woman? Can sir possibly be referring to his good lady?
Il n'a pas 37 hein.
Humor me. For instance, her name would be...
Madame Songbird. Clearly, sir is not feeling quite himself today. Sir might recall he even forgot dear old Chipworth's name earlier.
Who?
Me, sir.
J'ai l'impression qu'ils sont même pas mariés en fait. Il a l'air de porter un nom différent de lui. On est Monsieur Grundy, Graham Grundy, et elle c'est Songbird. Prénom inconnu pour le moment.
Who was that guy in here when I arrived?
Is Sir referring to the gentleman currently probing your wife in the bedroom?
I guess I am.
That would be the Honourable Mentor Alonso, Senior Officer at the Ministry of Wellbeing. I believe that he would like to see you next.
He would?
Ah, c'est pas le ministre.
Mentor Alonso indicated that there were one or two anomalies in Master Graham's records. Public voting, kudos levels, employment, whereabouts within the city.
Just some minor things then.
Consumption patterns, biosigns, indication of physical existence.
Indication
I think I get the picture.
But I'm sure
d'une existence physique.
Master Graham.
Tell me about the mentor.
As a high-ranking official of the Ministry of Wellbeing, he is here, I am sure, to evaluate the well-being of this household.
Well-being?
Health, social participation, work fulfillment, the usual, sir.
Ouais.
So, what do you do, Chipworth?
Whatever Sir desires.
C'est la télékinésie. Incendie criminel.
So if I told you to set fire to something, would you do it?
Sadly, sir, one's capabilities are restricted to the minutiae of domestic service.
Shame.
We are what we are, sir.
At least as far as anyone else needs to know. This mentor, what will he ask me about?
The Ministry of Wellbeing is always concerned, sir, with a citizen's well-being.
Well-being?
That's right, sir. A citizen's health and happiness, their relationships and social life, all of the utmost importance to the Ministry. He might also inquire if Sir needs any support in the workplace or similar.
Why exactly was I selected?
I believe Sir's 2-week-long work, poll and social hiatus may have raised some concern.
Ouais, sans blague.
Just be yourself, sir, and you will be fine.
Of course, because I am Graham Grundy. Ah, how are you, Chipworth?
I am well, sir. Thank you for inquiring.
Is this interview just going to be about me?
Correct. The mentor is here to assess Sir's well-being.
And what happens if Sir answers the questions incorrectly?
Incorrectly, sir? Get them wrong? How could Sir possibly do that?
Encore.
Perhaps I hit my head on something.
Ha! Very droll, sir, very droll. Might I suggest that Sir just be himself and it will all be fine?
I didn't have long. I needed to learn about Graham Grundy, and fast. So, what's the interview about again?
Mentor Alonso will assess Sir's health, happiness, and suitability.
I didn't have long. I need you to do...
Just say the word, sir.
Please, can you tidy up the apartment, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
D'où Joey. Ok, bon, de toute façon, je crois que je peux pas avoir beaucoup plus d'informations.
The device could display a custom hologram. It was probably controlled from a terminal nearby.
Ah, mais je sais. Je sais. Je me demandais justement à quoi ça servait quand je m'en ai été servi. Oh, le socle. J'aime bien celui-là. Allez. Normalement, ça a dû changer là-bas. Voilà. Et porte de la chambre, télé. Ça, il est ministre de l'aspiration, souhaite aux citoyens une bonne fête de l'aspiration. Les préparatifs des festivités sont en cours sur la plateforme de l'aspiration spécialement construite. Et un niveau de prestige suffisant sont attendus à la fête. Espérons vous y voir.
Something told me the fire was not authentic.
Effectivement, il n'y a même pas de doute possible. C'est un placard. Non, je ne peux pas passer par là. Bon. Allez. Tu peux voir si tu me casses les pieds, j'arrive pas à passer. Petite sauvegarde.
The pictures were all of Graham's wife. They were photochemical prints, taken using an old-style film camera. The retro technology had managed to blend songbirds seamlessly into the fake backgrounds. The photography was impressive, but the subject didn't look happy. The pictures in the apartment told a sad story. A blissful romance that had soured with time.
C'est vrai que
The pictures were all of Graham's
plus
wife.
les photos passent,
The pictures were
Excuse me, please.
the pic
et plus elle tire la gueule en fait.
the pictures were If I was going to convince the mentor, I had to be sure I knew enough about Graham.
Non, mais je pense qu'on en
Couldn't
sait
keep
suffisamment.
them waiting any longer. From that point on, I had to be Graham Grundy, cleaning supervisor.
Darling, I thought you were going to freshen up.
I was, but I missed the sweet sound of your voice.
Ah, fallait peut-être mettre le...
Oh, Graham, always the romantic. But please don't kiss me until you've showered.
Wouldn't dream of it. Besides, I couldn't let Alfonso here
Alonso?
monopolize my lovely wife for a moment longer.
In which case, shall we begin?
Of course. Shall we take a seat in the lounge? It was now or never.
So, Mr. Grundy.
Mentor Alonso, what would you like to know?
Ah, well, straight to the point. I like that. As I was explaining to your dear wife earlier, there have been some issues with your activity records of late.
Issues? What do you mean?
Mr. Grundy, a word to the wise. This will be much smoother if you leave the questions to me. Now, whilst your records load, remind me, in which ministry are you employed?
Comfort. I'm a cleaning supervisor.
Yes, of course. Ah, here we go. Graham Grundy, 42, cleaning supervisor with the Ministry of Comfort. Cleaning supervisors require Class C exertive activity certification. I trust that your health rating is sufficient.
I did drop down a bit, but I'm back to Class A+ now.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. So, with that in mind, I will mark you as fit for work, barring any other issues. Now, obviously, your kudos level will have fluctuated due to your absence. You're a C+ right now. I note you used to be much higher.
B.
Yes, well, you'll be back up there in no time. Well, that is all I need to check off. But I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you all the extra support and guidance that you need.
Mentor?
When someone goes off-grid, there's usually some underlying trouble. And as a mentor, I like to think of myself as a bit of a
Ça sent les menaces, hein.
troubleshooter.
Of course. I appreciate the concern.
So, let's get to the bottom of all this confusion. Dig a bit deeper, eh?
Deeper? Yes, right. By all means, Mentor.
Tell me about your workplace. I trust there are no issues.
Mais... Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait?
The land train facility. It's a fine place to work.
I'm sure it is. Department of Land Trains and Extra City.
Ah, c'est excellent.
Wonderful.
Oh, yes, couldn't be happier.
We are, of course, very grateful for your service, Mr. Grundy. But there we come to the crux of the matter. Your absence. 15 days is a long time. This is, of course, why my ministry has become involved in your case. We have been concerned for your well-being.
C'est le petit ministère des fouilles de merde un peu, hein, quand même. Hein.
Excellent. Now, speaking of your health, I note you had some surgery last year. Tell me about your implants. Are they working effectively?
You mean my heart regulators? Nothing to worry about. As you can see, the beat goes on.
Yes. Well, I must say you're in remarkable shape considering your medical history. Of course, your mental well-being is just as important to us. How are you getting on with your rather peculiar hobbies?
Ah, j'en ai vu plusieurs. Hein. Oui, le plus important, ça doit être... Je sais pas ce qu'elle essaye de mimer. À part le clic de l'appareil photo.
You mean my photography?
I do, yes.
You can't beat the feeling of an old-time film camera.
Ça c'était chelou quand même comme façon de mimer.
You have an eye for composition. Although I don't understand your interest in using such archaic technology. Choosing to fiddle with knobs rather than availing of ministry-recommended filters, stabilization, automatic archive, and data retrieval, all courtesy of Minos. If we can't see what you create, how can we share in your interests?
What can I say? I like a challenge.
I'm sure you do, Graham. Ah, well. I have a busy day of appointments, so sadly we must conclude our little chat there.
It's been a pleasure, Mentor.
Hasn't it? So with that in mind, perhaps you can tell me...
Ah, ça c'est la question à $1 million.
What? Right. Yes, where have I been the last 2 weeks?
Well?
Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I was working at the land train facility, of course. Cleaning. I'm a cleaning supervisor. And while I was cleaning, I must have bumped my head. The next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, still on the train. 2 weeks later, the train returned to the city. Cleaner than it's ever been, I might add.
My poor darling! How awful!
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette excuse?
What a dreadful thing to happen!
I believe I have all the answers I need from you.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm sure it is, Mr. Grundy.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Just a teeny tiny thing before I go. There appears to be 1 or 2 anomalous results here.
Anomalous? That doesn't sound good.
It may be nothing. But here's the thing. I get strange readings when I scan your U-chip. Any idea why?
Maybe it got damaged when I fell.
Ah, yes. Of course. That's probably it. You see, the only other time I've seen anything like this is when a U-chip has been tampered with. No one would have done that now, would they?
Tampered
with? En gros, ça passe pas du tout.
I didn't even know that you could do that.
Graham's a supervisor, not a subversive mentor.
Yes, a supervisor, not a subversive.
Damaged when he fell. Request analysis. There. Perfect. I have everything I need.
Great. Chipbot will show you out.
Chipworth, darling?
Just my little joke.
C'est Chipbot.
Chipworth.
Good day. Mr. and Mrs. Grundy?
I don't know who you are or what you've done with Graham, but I think we got away with that.
I hope so. I don't think that we would get away with it a second time.
Nor do I. If there is anything wrong with Graham's U-chip, you would better sort it out sharpish before Alonso's analysis comes back.
Tu veux pas qu'on cause 2 secondes?
Who even are you? Where's Graham? Are you that contact he kept ranting about?
Whatever Graham had been up to, it had gotten him killed. I had to come clean with his wife. There's no easy way to say this, but I'm afraid Graham is dead.
What? How? Where?
I found him. In the Gap.
The Gap? What was the idiot doing in the Gap?
C'était l'amour fou entre eux.
Was always sneaking off to. Ugh.
A child, Milo, was abducted from a village out there and brought into Union City. And I think Graham was somehow connected.
Sure, and pigs fly. Listen, stranger. I'm sure you can understand this has been a rather harrowing day. This is all too much for me right now.
Tell me about it.
So, I'm gonna do some damage control on social media. In the meantime, I guess that officially it is your home, so you can stay, but this is my bedroom, and that one is yours. No cute ideas.
Understood. Songbird seemed rattled by the news. Not surprising.
Je trouve qu'elle l'encaisse quand même vachement bien.
Contact of Graham's was. I suspected they were the key to finding Milo.